Well, hello everyone. It is April and today we're back for another video in Everyday August. I do hope that you guys are enjoying it. It's been really busy. Today I wanted to talk about the books that I really want to read by the end of the year. I've gone a little easy on myself and I only have 5 here to share with you because I could easily just be like, here's my entire library, and that's not feasible, okay? But I do have 5. We've got a really good mix of like new releases, older stuff that I've just wanted to read. Let's start with a new release that I have been anticipating for years now. This is Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. I think it's been around at least close to 10 years since he wrote All the Light We Cannot See, which I thought was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous book. This is a little bit different for him. Maybe different for anyone because it follows 3 timelines and a cast of various characters. We follow Anna and Omir. They are on opposite sides of the wall during the 1453 siege of Constantinople. Then we're in present-day Idaho and we're following a teenager who's right in the midst of an attack on a public library. And then we go off into the future and we follow Constance. And they are on a ship going to another planet, an exoplanet, decades from now. And somehow all of these storylines link together. I don't know how. I am just ready for the ride. He's such a gorgeous writer. I'm so looking forward to this. This one is coming out on September 28th. Next is a gothic tale that I have, for some reason, been putting off reading. Does anyone else do that? You're like, for sure, you're gonna love that one, and then you just you put it off. I don't get it. That is The Nesting by C.J. Cook. This follows a young woman called Lexi, and she takes a job as a nanny to 2 little girls in the Norwegian woods. So the father, Tom, is an architect and the home is stunning. And she just thinks the whole situation is gorgeous. She gets there and this is like, am I in a fairy tale right now? And it turns out she is, but a very dark one. Because as she starts to settle in, she starts to hear voices, she starts to see things. And suddenly she's realizing, okay, this place is a little more menacing than I thought, and I need to protect these children. That's my job. That's what I've come here to do. But what am I protecting them from? And that just sounds wonderful. It sounds like such a wonderful like fall read, although I think there's a lot of snow, so maybe like November. I don't know, but I want to read it by the end of the year. Next is the latest release from Karen Slaughter. This is False Witness. This follows Lee. She has everything in her life in order. She's got an incredible career. She is a lawyer at a really prominent law firm. Her family is wonderful. Things are good. And she gets a call from her boss that they have a new case that they need to take. And she's meant to defend a man who has been accused of raping multiple women. There's a lot against this guy. And she gets to the jail where he is, I believe, and she sees him and recognizes him, and he recognizes her, and it's very clear they know each other from their past, in particular her childhood past, like from many, many years ago. And a lot of stuff happened to her when she was growing up, and those things were things that she wanted to keep separate from her current life. And here he is, and he is absolutely threatening her with divulging all of her secrets to her family, to her employer, I should say. And essentially she knows that she needs to get him off of all of these counts of rape in order to keep her life the way that it is. And I just love Karen Slaughter. She writes gritty, thrillers, and it's just my favorite kind of thing to read. So I definitely want to be reading this, that's for sure. Next is another book that has been calling my name on repeat all year. All year. So many people have loved this book. Lauren Wade, Lauren from Lauren and the Books, Jen Campbell, Simon. Like, this has been on many people's top books of what they read in 2020. And this is the one that's just been calling to me. This is the Bathrock by Evie Wiles. So this follows 3 women of 3 different timelines. The first woman is way back in the day. I think it's in the 1600s, I want to say. We follow Sarah, who is being accused of being a witch, and she is fleeing for her life. Then we follow a woman named Ruth. It is just after World War II. She has recently married a man, and she's moved into this new neighborhood, and she's kind of getting acquainted with it and feeling slightly uncomfortable. And then we follow Viv, who has moved into Ruth's old house. Her father has died. She's trying to rebuild her life, and I believe she is in some way related to Ruth. And she starts to go through Ruth's things, and it just sounds incredible. And I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet, but I definitely want to. Also, stunning cover. Like, can we talk about this cover? Oh, yes. And last but certainly not least is another Gothic tale. This is lovely Stacey Hall's, one of my favorite authors, auto by author for me. This is Mrs. England. So I ended up getting this from the Book Depository because this isn't being released in Canada and the US anytime soon. So this is a UK copy, and it's stunning. Oh, so this takes place in 1904 in West Yorkshire. And we follow Ruby, who is a nurse, and she takes a position where she is caring for the England children. I don't know if it's like a governess position or if the children are ill in some way and she needs to take care of them. And so she goes, and it's this big, huge house. The Englands are wealthy. And the Englands are a little bit odd too. Like, most of the family's okay, but Mrs. England is incredibly detached from her children, from her husband, from reality, potentially. And it's about Mrs. England and I think Ruby learning more about her. And there's all sorts of things from her own past that come creeping into the story. And I just adore Stacey Hall's. There is no way I was going to wait. No way. I was going to wait for like one day when this arrives on North American shores. I'm so thrilled that I got this, and I definitely want to be picking that one up really, really soon. So those are the books that I really would love to read by the end of the year. You know, it's only 5. I think I can do this. Do you guys have any books that you're planning on reading before 2021 is done? Because it's fast upon us. Like, September is right around the corner. I cannot believe that, first of all, but it's very, very soon. So I'd love to know what that book or books are for you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.